I'm about to do another fall look. This one is inspired by Jess. She's one of my favorite Instagram accounts. This is the look that I'm going to recreate. I really enjoy it. It's kind of like a brown smoky eye, but with that eyeliner I feel like it's very flattering. When I apply dark browns all over my lids, I don't really like how it looks on me, but I believe that eyeliner can really change it for me. I'm going to do eyes first, and I'm gonna apply a drop of concealer on my lids. I'm gonna blend it with my finger. I think I'm gonna do the entire eye look in the beginning, not just my top lid. So I'm going to apply the leftover concealer on my lower lid, just to have a bit of a base there as well. I'm going to reach for the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I really want to use the shade Mulberry. I barely use it, but it's so beautiful. I'll be using a Morphe M506 brush. I washed my brushes, but they aren't dry yet. Most of them. I'm going to start the application from the outer corner, even though I'm going to darken my entire lid, but I want to create a little bit of a gradient. So I'm just kind of fading it towards the center of my lid. Applying some on my lower lash line as well. Very important for me is to connect the top lid with the bottom lid in my outer corner. Then I'm gonna pick another brush, a Juvia's Place 005, and I'm gonna pick the shade Sienna, which again is a shade that I don't really reach for in this palette. And that's gonna go on my lid. Wasn't this supposed to be lighter? Kind of looks like the same intensity to me. Whatever, it's pretty, so I don't mind. It's a little bit more orangey than the Mulberry shade. I think I want to intensify Mulberry a bit. Now I'm gonna need a transition, and that's gonna be burnt orange. And I'm gonna apply it all over the crease and blending the previous shades. Same thing for my lower lid. Time for that smoky liner. I did this technique in a separate video where the trash truck, I'm sorry. What I was saying is that I'm just applying a tiny bit of pencil on my outer corner and then extending it with an angle brush. So that's the technique that I'm going to use. I'll be using this black pencil from Sephora Collection. So applying it at the base of my lashes, and then I'm using my angle brush and creating a wing. I'm applying it on the waterline as well, and I want to intensify the wing a bit. And last step is applying the pencil underneath my lashes. This is not the last step actually, why did I say that? The last step would be doing the inner corner wing, which I want to do. I want at least a bit of definition here. Maybe not a wing, but something like this. Because I want that extended eye shape both in my inner corner and my outer corner. I love this. I didn't expect to like a smoky eye, but this one, I like it. Okay, moving on to the face makeup. I will do the same foundation mixture that I did in my previous video, the Ultra HD Perfector and the Reboot, both from Makeup Forever. I just need to lighten up the Reboot a little bit because it's just a tiny bit too dark for me. This town is full of stray dogs, so that's what you're hearing. Life with bangs is exciting because they look different every day. When I wake up, the first thing is comb my bangs and see how they look at that specific day. It's excitement. I'm gonna use my sponge and blend this in. My skin is acting so nice these days. Don't you ever change. I'm just gonna apply the tiniest bit in between my brows here, and that's the only makeup that I'm going to do on my forehead. Okay, but I like this combo. It gets a bit oily after a few hours, because I've noticed that yesterday. I do enjoy more dewy hydrating finishes, so I don't mind if I'm looking a tiny bit oily as long as it's not way too oily. But I think too oily has a different meaning for me than it does for other people, because I like dewiness. I'm gonna apply the same concealer on my under eyes, just a Stay Naked that I used to prime my lids. And I'm gonna blend with the same sponge. Then I'm gonna set my under eyes. I'm gonna use my powder sponge, stamp the excess product on my hand, and then press it on my under eyes. I used to apply powder with a beauty blender. Not a beauty blender, but that kind of a sponge that I used to apply my foundation with. It's not the original beauty blender, but I feel like this does the job so much better. It creates such a smooth finish, and I usually take the powder a little bit down towards my pores area, and it really smooths them out. I don't know if you can see on camera, but it's looking smooth. Now that I applied and set my concealer, I can do some adjustments on my lower lash line eyeshadow. Just some additional blending, nothing much. And I'm just using whatever is left on my brush, not even applying any additional eyeshadow. Now bronzer, I feel like it's very important in this kind of a look. It just ties it together, and I don't know, with the brown eyeshadow and bronzer, I feel like this is a nice combination. It just, like, everything is warm and brown, so do I make sense? I hope I do. Anyways, I'm using the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. What I mean is that I'm usually applying a little bit more bronzer than usual when I'm doing a neutral warm tone look, especially when it's intense like this one is. I just feel like bronzer fits in this combination. And another thing that I do, you probably know already, I'm going to extend the eyeshadow towards my temples with the bronzer. Again, it kind of gives that cohesiveness. Is that even a word? Applying some of that on my jawline and dragging it down my neck. I'm kind of using it as a bronzer slash contour powder, 2-in-1. For blush, I will go for my usual Makeup Forever one. And the brush is also from Makeup Forever. It's just that my blush brushes aren't dry. I'm gonna finish off the face makeup with my e.l.f. highlighter. And now it's time for mascara. I'm going to curl my lashes first. And as usual, the false lashes mascara from Essence. My lashes are getting a little too long. I can't even apply mascara without them touching my lid. What is this sorcery? I'm so impressed at that lash serum. How is this even possible? I feel like lip pencils are my favorite makeup item, and I got a new one. I think I used it on camera once because I had my friend Olivia over and she had this one, but now I got it myself. It's the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Truffle, and it's gorgeous. Perfect tone. I realized that I did not have many nude pencils because most of them were either reddish toned or pink toned, but this one is really neutral. I have another new one from Boys and Berries, but I'm going to show it to you in a different video because it's a little bit lighter, and with this intensity on the eyes I don't want to look too washed out. And I am going to go for this Sephora Collection lipstick. This range was really beautiful. Too bad they discontinued it. Okay, got out of the sun so you can actually see the look. This is it. I really hope you like how it came out. I think it's amazing for fall, and not only, I think it's very flattering. I think it works on any eye shape also. The liner would need a little bit of an adjustment if you have hooded eyes, but other than that, it's pretty universal. Anyways, I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope it was useful. Wish you have an amazing and sunny day, and I will see you next time. Bye!